2017 Audi R8 V10 Plus, 205 miles per hour. The top-performing Audi R8 pulls the same 610 horsepower and 413 pounds-to-foot of torque from the same 5.2-liter V10 engine found in the Lamborghini Huracan, and in fact, thanks not just to the shared engine but also a shared chassis, these two cars are very close to being one and the same. And yet this mid-engined, all-wheel drive Audi Halo car, with its 205 mph top speed, ekes out an extra 3 mph at the top end over its more expensive sibling. The new 2017 Audi R8 V10 Plus is stiffer and more rigid than the outgoing variant thanks to the aluminum and carbon fiber Audi Space Age platform, and has 5 driving settings via Audi Drive Select, Auto, Comfort, Dynamic, Individual, and Performance, with the last being exclusive to the V10 Plus variant and offering dry, wet, and snow subsettings. Plus, with the Audi Virtual Cockpit, the R8 V10 Plus boasts one of the jaw-dropping sexiest infotainment systems, trust us, it's rare but possible, on the market. Note, if you're wondering why the Audi is ranked below the Porsche 911 Turbo S when they have the same top speed, it's because the Porsche wins the 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint. 9. 2017 Porsche 911 Turbo S, 205 miles per hour. A mostly cosmetic refresh of the excellent last-generation Porsche 911 Turbo S, though enough to justify new nomenclature, as this Porsche platform is designated 991.2. The new model is exactly what you'd expect of a Turbo S, incredibly fast, monstrously capable, and surprisingly emotional for a brand that too often has a reputation for clinical efficiency. The 2017 Porsche 911 Turbo S manages to wring 205 miles per hour from a twin-turbo 3.8-liter flat-six with 580 horsepower and 553 pounds-to-foot of torque, mated to an incredibly precise 7-speed automatic transmission. The Turbo S boasts the typical Porsche cleverness, partly in the form of a sport response button that keeps the turbos spinning even under braking by slightly opening the throttle for increased airflow and priming the transmission, which makes engine response to throttle input almost unbelievably quick. It's touches like this that help justify the car's $189,000 price tag, not to mention the bragging rights that come with a top speed above 200 miles per hour and the 0 to 60 sprint time as low as 2.5 seconds. 8. 2017 Dodge Viper SRT, 206 miles per hour. Sure, the 2017 Dodge Viper is basically just a special edition of a 2016 Dodge Viper with a 4-channel anti-lock brake system. But we're letting it on the list, because after 25 years, 2017 marks the swan song of the ferocious American-built supercar. It wasn't the most elegant of cars, in fact. It was often unforgiving, truck-like, with an actual truck's transmission, and hard to handle. But in the right hands the Viper has always been a monstrously capable street-legal race car with a chassis and suspension that grew more magical the closer you drove to the limit. And in the early versions, which famously eschewed any electronic nannies whatsoever, the closer to the limit you drove, the more real danger you put yourself in. In other words, this was a Hardman Detroit sports car that basked in trying to kill overeager dilettantes. And though the modern iteration, even the 206 mph Dodge Viper SRT, grew a bit more accommodating in its golden years, the rear-wheel drive Halo car still boasts a 6-speed manual transmission mated to a naturally aspirated, 8.4-liter aluminum V10 with 645 horsepower and 600 pound-feet of torque. A no-compromises speed demon to the end, the Dodge Viper will be missed. 7. 2017 Bentley Continental Supersports, 209 miles per hour. This year, the massive Bentley Continental Supersports claimed the title of fastest 4-seat car in the world with a top speed of 209 miles per hour, besting even dedicated sports cars like the Porsche 911 GT3, 199 miles per hour, and the Audi R8 V10 Plus, 205 miles per hour. Despite a curb weight over 5,000 pounds, the plush, opulent living room on wheels is properly motivated by Bentley's stalwart, 6.0-liter twin-turbo W12 engine producing a whopping 700 horsepower and 750 pound-feet of torque. And you get the sort of niceties for which the ultra-luxury brand is known, like an IEM sound system, high-touch chrome and aluminum brightware, acres of leather and wood, and cabin silence befitting a meditation retreat. Plus, because it's not only the fastest 4-seat car, but the fastest road-going Bentley ever, you'll find carbon fiber bits everywhere from the side mirrors to the front splitter to the optional engine cover. If you want to fly by the 200 mph mark with 3 friends in tow, this is the only car on this list that can take you there. 6. 2018 Ferrari 812 Superfast, 211 miles per hour. Ferrari stopped being subtle in its nomenclature long ago. Hey there, Ferrari the Ferrari exclamation mark, so now they're just putting descriptions like Superfast right in the model name. But the Ferrari 812 Superfast isn't false advertising. Renault has bolted in the most powerful engine ever seen in a road-going Ferrari, a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 with 789 horsepower and 530 pound-feet of twist, mated to a dual-clutch gearbox that's quicker even than the already super-fast unit in the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. The supercar will go from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in a tick under 3 seconds, and represents the high watermark for fans of heavy-breathing V12 Ferrari engines. The 812 Superfast is reportedly the last Ferrari to sport a naturally aspirated motor before focus shifts to turbocharging and hybrid assists. If you've got $320,000 burning a hole in your pocket, not to mention the insane connections needed to actually buy a new 812 Superfast in the first place, this car would make for a good investment for that reason alone. Five. 2018 McLaren 720s, 212 miles per hour. McLaren's first, and, for many years, only, foray into road cars, the F1 of the 1990s, is still widely considered the greatest car ever made, so it's safe to say the company has a lot to live up to. And its most recent offerings have shown an incredibly fast maturing process since jumping back into the game with the MP412C in 2011, most notably with the incredible new top-of-the-line McLaren 720s. The $288,475 mid-engine supercar hits 212 miles per hour thanks in part to some insane aerodynamic trickery and, of course, the 4.0-liter V8, enlarged from 3.8 liters in the outgoing McLaren 650s, with its explosive 710 horsepower and 568 pound-feet of twist. Gear changes from the 7-speed dual-clutch transmission are up to 45% faster than in the 650s, too, and the numbers only get more ludicrous from there. 2.8 seconds to 60 miles per hour, 7.8 seconds to 124 miles per hour, a 10.3-second quarter mile, and 0 to 186 miles per hour in just 21.4 seconds. As the English say, blimey. 4. 2017 Ford 4. 2017 Ford GT, 216 miles per hour. The 2017 Ford GT is one of the most anticipated cars of this or any year. The GT name has the Le Mans and Ferrari dominating history, the reputation as the baddest car to come out of the US in decades, and, to bring things full circle, proper international sports car racing dominance in the modern era. It's a name with impeccable pedigree, and Ford did right by it with this new, approximately $450,000 supercar, 647 horsepower and 550 pounds-to-foot from its twin-turbo, 3.5-liter V6 developed by Ganassi Racing for the team's Daytona prototype, active aerodynamics that help generate 400 pounds of downforce at 150 miles per hour, an anti-lag system that keeps the turbos spinning at around 80,000 even off throttle, and at full boost they go like hell at up to 176,000 revolutions per minute, and an FIA-approved roll cage in the production version that's nearly identical to the one used in the Le Mans winning race car. Also, did we mention it hits a top speed of 216 miles per hour? 3. 2018 Lamborghini Aventador. 2018 Lamborghini Aventador S, 217 miles per hour. The Lamborghini Aventador was perhaps the first grown-up, no compromises, compete with the big boys on every level modern supercar from the bomb throwers in Sant'Agata, a feat continued and arguably bested with the later Huracan models, when it debuted in 2011, and the 2018 Aventador S, which bowed in Geneva, promises a truly bonkers orgy of speed and aggression. A full 20% lighter than the outgoing model, at 3,472 pounds, the new Aventador is motivated by an upgraded version of the old model's 6.5-liter V12 with 740 horsepower and 509 pounds-to-foot of torque. The sprint to 60 miles per hour takes just 2.9 seconds, and the top speed is a breathtaking 217 miles per hour, comparable to the insane 2017 Lamborghini Centenario. Like that car, the 2018 Lamborghini Aventador features a trick four-wheel drive steering system that points the rear wheels in the opposite direction of the front rubber at low speeds and in the same direction at high speeds, supposedly delivering the driving characteristics of a car with a wheelbase shorter by 9.8 inches, or longer by 19.7 inches, whichever works better. A truly off-the-wall bit of engineering. And we mean it as a compliment. 2018 Aston Martin Valkyrie, 250 miles per hour. The hypercar collaboration between Aston Martin and Red Bull Racing, originally known as the MRB001, now rechristened Valkyrie, has yet to have its stated 250 miles per hour top speed tested in the real world, or, if it has, that hasn't been made public, but we're going to go out on a limb and trust that this machine can do what its creators say it can. After all, the Valkyrie boasts the right parts, a hybrid propulsion system in addition to its naturally aspirated, Cosworth-built 6.5-liter V12 engine, plus a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission by Ricardo, the same company that builds the Bugatti Chiron's dual-clutch setup. Not only that, but the space-age Valkyrie can apparently generate over 4,000 pounds of downforce even without a proper fixed rear wing, has a dry weight of just 2,200 pounds thanks to carbon fiber tub construction, and can reportedly hold an insane 4 gs of lateral acceleration while cornering, double what the bonkers McLaren P1 can hold. So, yes, many of these figures are untested as yet, but neither Aston nor Red Bull Racing are exactly known for vaporware, so we're going to go ahead and say that the Valkyrie will hit 250 miles per hour, no problem. 1. 2017 Bugatti Chiron, 2017 Bugatti Chiron, 261 miles per hour. The all-new, gut-punchingly expensive Bugatti Chiron, which reportedly starts at $2.6 million but almost certainly doesn't stop there, given the nearly endless customization options, isn't even the fastest Bugatti road car in existence. At just 261 miles per hour, Bugatti's newest model is the slower than its outgoing, 267-mile-per-hour Bugatti Veyron 16.4 Super Sport. Of course, the Chiron's 8-liter, quad-turbocharged, 1,500 horsepower with 16 engine is electronically limited to 261 miles per hour. Remove that limiter for a top-speed run, like the brand initially did with its various Veyron iterations, and you can bet the Chiron will keep climbing. Plus, as with the Veyron, speed limits skyward with each successive Chiron variant. A couple things are for sure. First, Bugatti is very interested in claiming, or keeping, depending on how you keep score in the murky world of top speed records, the title of world's fastest production car. Next, they definitely want their newest model to eventually hold that title over an aged-out car, because it's hard to get well-heeled customers to part with several $1,000,000 for a new car if it's only second best to the old one. So while 261 miles per hour is the stated top speed for the Chiron, the truth is that no one really knows how fast this car can go, but the most likely answer is faster still. In any case, the 2017 Bugatti Chiron rightfully claims the title of the fastest new car in the world in 2017. The 2017 Bugatti Chiron rightfully claims the title of the fastest new car in the world in 2017.